Today I'm going to teach valid identifiers and invalid identifiers. What is the difference between a valid identifier and invalid identifiers? See, you must use valid identifiers only. Why? Because if you use invalid identifiers Python, it will create the errors. So let's take some example of valid identifiers like v and x1 are valid identifiers because v starts from letter and x1 starts from the letter. As you know, the identifiers or valid identifier must start from letter only. See, there are some examples of invalid identifiers. Fourth, because it starts from a digit. So a word which starts from a digit cannot be a valid identifier. The first character must be a letter. Some valid identifiers are some stored table. Some stored is a valid identifier because under score is allowed. Dash is not allowed, but underscore is allowed. Order number is a invalid identifier because dash is not allowed. Students, here you need to consider this character as a underscore. If you use underscore, it is allowed, but dash is not allowed. This is a illegal character. Hyphen is a illegal character in Python identifiers. Some valid identifiers are name, area, some underscore one, underscore ch are also valid identifiers because a valid identifier can be started with letter or underscore. Error flag is a invalid identifier because illegal character blank space is used. You cannot give a blank space in any identifier. Some examples out of the following: find those identifiers which cannot be used for naming variables or functions in Python programs. So we have some more examples. You need to identify which is a valid and invalid identifiers. So see, total star text is an invalid identifier because a special character star is used, while is a valid identifier because it is not a keyword. The reason behind it, W is capital. Class is a keyword, so it cannot be used as identifier. Switch is a valid identifier. Third row is not a valid identifier because it starts with digit. Finally, is a keyword, so it cannot be used as a valid identifier. Column 31 valid identifier. Underscore total, it is a valid identifier because it starts with underscore. Following are cannot be used for naming variables or functions in a Python program. See, this one, class, third row, finally these are invalid identifiers. Already I have told the reason behind it. Now let's study print function, how print statement works. Print is a statement or built-in function. To print or display output, Python provides print function. We can print as. So if you want to print anything on Python screen, the only function you can use, that is print function. Print objects to be printed. In the function or inside the function, you need to provide the words or contents which you want to print. When we provide, see, suppose we want to print hello world, so the code is print hello world in inside double quotes. It is printed hello world. When we write hello world in single quote, it is also printed hello world. So you have choice, you can use single quote or double quote. We can enclose string either in double quotes or single quotes, but opening and closing quote should be of same type. So here Python gives you freedom that you can use single quote or double quote, but which quote you are opening, the same quote you need to close. You cannot use different quotes for opening and closing. When print statement executed, the values are separated by space between them. For example, print values 10, 20, 30. If you are taking any numbers, then there is no need to use the single quote or double quote. Without quote, you can write the values 10, 20, 30. We can also specify some other strings as separator using the sep argument of the print function. So in print function you can use the separator. For example, you want to print values 10, 20, 30, but you want separator star. So it will print star 10, star 20, star 30. So each space is replaced by star. Here separator is used underscore star underscore. Okay, so here separator you see star underscore underscore star, the same thing is printed. Slash t means tab, so each space is replaced by tab. So here you see values 10, 20, 30, tab is used to give me more space, and here separator slash n used, so each and every content is printed in new line. See here slash n separator is used, and slash n is the by default separator of print function. Python multiple print statement without printing on the next line. See here printing value 10, 20, 30, and separator is used space. So all the values are printed in the same line. See print value 10, 20, 30. Same line is printed because separator is used space. So line is not changed. Literals. Literal constants are data items that have fixed values. Python allows several kinds of literals. First is string literals. So here you are going to study different types of tokens. First token is literal. First token is literal or string literals. Numeric literals are there, Boolean literals, special literal, non-literal collections. So string literals, text enclosed in quotes from the string literals in Python. Example A, ABC, ABC. Following are some valid string literals. See John, Tom, class 12, some numbers also. It is enclosed with single quote or double quote. It is called string literals. There is a note. String literals are sequence of characters surrounded by quotes, single, double, or triple quotes. So when you enclosed any data inside single, double, or triple quote, it is taken as a string literals. Python allows us to have two string types: single line string and multi-line string. What is single line string? A string created by enclosing text in single quotes, double quotes are normally single line strings. Example, they must be terminated in one line. A variable John. So a string which is terminate in single line, it is single line string. For example, John. Multi-line string. In multi-line string, text is spread across multiple lines. As one single string, it can be created in two ways. So if there are multiple lines, then it is called multi-line strings. How you can create a multi-line strings? By adding a backslash at the end of normal single quote or double quote string. In normal string, just add a backslash before pressing enter to continue. So if you have multi-line string, so before pressing enter you have to type backslash, then you can assign multi-line strings. By typing the text in triple quotation marks, if you are using triple quotation marks, no need to type backslash. You can continue. Here I am going to teach escape sequence. Python allows to have certain non-graphic characters in string values. Such characters cannot be typed directly from the keyboard. So these characters you cannot type. Okay, So there are some space escape sequence or special characters, for example, backspace, tabs, carriage return, etc. So these can be represented by escape sequence, and escape sequence is represented by backslash followed by one or more characters. Following are the list of escape sequence. First escape sequence is backslash double quote. So it prints double quotes, it prints single quote, it print slash, it slash a is used for bell, it is used for backspace, it is new line, slash n is used for new line, slash r carriage return, slash r slash t horizontal tab, and slash v is used for vertical tab. Size of string. Python determines the size of a string as count of characters in the string. The size of the string means how many characters are there. For example, ABC, it has 3 characters. But if our string letters have an escape sequence contained within it, then make sure to count the escape sequence as 1 character. So escape sequence is counted as 1 character. For example, slash slash, its size is 1 because it prints only or store only a single backslash. Slash AB, its size is 2 because slash A is audio, a special character, so its size is 2. Abdul slash S, its size is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seema slash comma S pen size is 11. So this slash is not counted. For multi-line string with triple quote, while calculating the size, the eval end of line, the character at the end of also counted. See, A equal to triple quotation marks X, Y, Z. So the size of this string is 5 because here new line, here new line. So 3 characters and 2 new line characters, total is 5. So its size or string length is 5. For multi-line string with single quote and backslash character at the end of line, while calculating the size, backslash is not counted. See, here you are assigning the string CDE, but you are changing the line with the help of backslash. So new line is not inserted. So its size is 3 only. Let's do numerical tools. Numerical tools in Python can belong to any of the following 4 types. Int, sign integer, often called integers. These are positive or negative numbers with no decimal point. Long integer. Long integers or longs are integers of unlimited size written like integers and followed by an upper or lower case. Floating point real values. So there are many types of numbers like integer, long, float, complex numbers. What are complex numbers? See, A plus Bj, where A and B are numbers and J is imaginary number. X equal to 2 plus 0j, print x dot real or print x dot imaginary number. So it will print real number is 2 and imaginary number is 0. 7 plus 8j, it is also complex number. Real part is 7 and imaginary part is 8. Python allows 3 types of integer letters. There are 3 types of integer letters supported by Python. First is decimal integer letter. Its base is 10. Octal integer letter. A sequence of digits starting from 0 is taken as octal integer letters. Decimal 8 is 0, 1, 0. Hexadecimal integer literal, a sequence of digits preceded by 0x. 0x represents hexadecimal integer literal. Floating point literals A number with a fractional part or decimal point consists of plus minus sequence of decimal digits with a dots, such as 0.0609, 15.0609. These are the floating point literals. Other floating point literals are 6.09 multiplied 10 to the power minus 2, 1.50609 multiplied 10 to the power 1. These are also floating point literals. Now there is another literal, Boolean literals. Boolean literals means it stores only true and false. See, bool 1, 6 is greater than 10, it store false. Print bool 1, see, it prints false. Now there are some special tools like none. It is used to indicate something that has not been created yet, or to signify the absence of values in situation. If value is not present, then you can store none. None means value is not available. Python doesn't display anything when we give a command to display the value of a variable containing value as none. See, value 1 20, value 2 none. So when you print the value 1, it will print 20, and when you print value 2, it will print none. So I hope you have understood. You will study some more lectures on Python in the next video.